What's going on, y'all? What's up, everyone watching the show? Whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, rep your city in the comments. Just like you see me, that's all you're going to see. It looks like. I don't know what's going on. Shout out to Big Wit. She is actually at a wedding, and Black is out of town. Who would have thought, right? Isn't that the norm? GP's at work, and Seneca's supposed to be here. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully he's all right. But at any rate, we got Boog in the back.
Hey.
He's engineering the show, and we're going to thug it out. One thing's for sure, I'm telling you, following signs is really a big thing, and your intuition is never wrong. I have felt off all day today, and it's
That's
funny.
Crazy. Vine's saying the same thing.
I felt off. And it was in the air. I mean, I knew I had checked on my guest to see if they were coming, because remember, we were supposed to have a special guest. I don't know if anybody has been paying attention to the announcements, but we were supposed to have a special guest, and unfortunately he had to do some mandatory time at work, which is understandable, right? I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But I did contact that individual and then found out that. So I was like, here we go. Not necessarily on his part, but just the flow of things part, based on how I was feeling, then him, and then Seneca was going through some things personally that he was going to talk about on the show. Yesterday marked a year that my brother-in-law has passed. So that was a lot. And his daughter had my sister-in-law threw a prom / open house for her, and it was really nice. It was at a place where you would have a wedding, like a wedding reception. And they had a DJ and nice backdrops and good food and chocolate covered strawberries and all type of stuff. It was very, very, very nice. So I don't know, man. I was like, this might be one of the days that I need to stay home, but I didn't. And here we are. But one thing's for sure, my intuition is intact. I can credit that. So
yeah. We always should listen to our first mind.
Yeah, we really should. We really should. But it's all good.
I learned that. I relearn it all the time. Every time somehow I'll be like, this is why I should have listened to my first mind.
Yeah, I think energetically, even this year, more than any year has been a listen to your first mind type of year. Now that I really think about it and reflect on some things. So I think that's the lesson that we are learning. Intuition is a real thing, and you need to pay attention to it. I don't know if I've announced this because this is not a conventional show, so I'm kind of out of the flow, but you are watching the Porch Talk Podcast, Shade and Shenanigans edition with myself, Rocky Road, Big Wit, Seneca, Black, and GP. Even though it's just myself right now and Boog. This is episode 42. So thank God for that. Porch Talk Podcast would like to introduce something new to you guys, where you, the listeners, can write into the show, giving us your stories. You can either write us the shadiest and or the craziest thing that has ever happened to you, or you can write the worst date that you've ever had. Whatever story you want to write in that's just outrageous. We will pick 1 or 2 stories a week and read them anonymously on air. You can email them to Rockyroadproductionsllc at gmail.com. I also have a way you can submit them under the Contact Us tab on my website, Rockyroadmedia.com. You can stream our podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and iHeart, amongst other platforms. We ask that you give us a positive review on Apple Podcasts. You can access us on Apple Podcasts via the link in the bio of our Instagram page, or search us at RRP Porch Talk, or you can go to the RockyRoadMedia.com website. We have revamped our website, and under the subscribe tab, you pick which platform you'd like to listen to us on and jam with us. Y'all know I got to do it.
And you're live right now on Podcastic.
Yes, I am.
And Groove Radio Detroit on Facebook.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Tune in to Groove Radio Detroit. It's an awesome website. It's got all type of content on there. So you want to go ahead, go on there, subscribe, tell your friends about it, and listen. I think it's going to be like a 24-hour thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. The
Okay.
radio station plays 24/7. And then we have our streaming side. I'm reprogramming the streaming side because that's going to be live podcasts and music videos. So I'm in the process of programming the music videos for the artists.
Okay, so can anyone join if they have content? They will hit you up for that or something like that?
Yep.
Where would they hit you up at?
They actually can go, when they go on the website, grooveradiodetroit.com, when they scroll down to the contact form, our email address is listed for them to submit their stuff, whether they submit music or music videos, or if they're interested in advertising or whatever.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, so you guys support, I mean, because at the end of the day, it benefits us to support us, right?
Yeah.
I really think that we should start putting ourselves, collaborating, getting one platform off the ground, moving to another one. Everything doesn't have to be entertainment, mind you. I think it's really important that we do tell our youngins to take up a trade. And also, we got to stop being in these streets, being upset and just protesting. Guess what? You can be on the side of the law, too. You can go to school to be attorneys, judges. You can try to be on city council and all that other good stuff. We got to stop just wanting to be in entertainment, because I'm going to tell you, entertainment is a lot of work. And it's not like a trade. It's not like something somebody's necessarily looking for and they're going to pay you for. Not necessarily. It's so much out here. They have the pick of the litter. So, I mean, that's not to discourage anyone, but that's to say, if you want to come out and be banging and making money, then you need to get something that you need to fulfill a need where there's a lack at, and go for that. And then you'll have less, to worry about. Now, outside of that, you can still try to segue into other dreams. But I'm just saying, put your anchor where it makes sense. That's all. That's all I'm saying. With me, I love what I do. I've always wanted to do this, and I have a huge vision, and it's not just about me. It's about people of color and Black people in the future that want to be comedians, entertainers, stuff like that, journalists that want to be in that lane. So I want to employ people and give them an opportunity. So this is just not about me. This is about the future. But yeah, you got to think about stuff like that. Y'all know I got to do it. Michigan First Credit Union. Hey. Yeah, that's right. People was getting their accounts attacked by fraudulent activity. They were using Zelle, siphoning money out of people's accounts. I guess it's still going on because now they're putting their little disclaimers out on Twitter. Oh. Mm-hmm. And so if your account was overdrawn, you would have to pay for it. They weren't paying for it. And then if you don't, they'll close your account and possibly report you to the creditors. So I don't bank with them anymore. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm with Chase. And if you have been a victim of this, you can file a report with DIFS, and you can call them at 877-999-6442. That's 877-999-6442. Shout out to Mr. Corned Beef in Highland Park. Make sure you stop by and get one of their tender and delicious corned beef sandwiches. Let them know that Rocky Road Productions sent you, okay? Let them know now.
That's what's up.
Yes, that's actually a family member. And the food is good. It is. I'm not capping. I wouldn't. I'm not just gonna make up stuff for family now, because that's one thing I don't like to do. I'm not trying to put folk out there and be lying. That's too much. All right. So you guys, we got to do better. Yesterday, I went to the nail salon and I got my nails done and my feet done, and then one of my nails got chipped at the event that I was telling you about with my niece, and so I had to go back in there this morning. And so I go in there, and one of our cousins comes in the nail salon, and she's rambling on about how they wouldn't do her nails there. But then she was like, but see, somebody did them. Do you guys have like any Gucci, or she was asking for some kind of like decals on her nails. And the lady proceeded to let her know that she didn't have any. Why did this fool, and I do mean fool, start going off talking about why y'all so bougie? I'm about to go back to my side where West Bloomfield. Y'all want to refuse to serve me. She just went on this tangent and it just didn't make any sense. Then she told the Asian lady to go back where she came from. Now,
Why
exactly. I was so embarrassed.
We so ignorant.
I was like, this ignorant ass bitch. Like, at that point, I wanted to just jump up. And, you know, you can't be just as ignorant, you know, because you're not proving a point. I wanted to just jump up and just start hammering her face out the door. Like, bitch, get your stupid ass out of here with that fucked up wig on your head. Get out of here, you bum. So, of course, I had to say, I said, you know what? Somebody please call her mother, because her mother needs to bend her over her knee and whoop her behind, because she has no class. And how dare she say, go back to where you came from? If it was vice versa and this Vietnamese woman had said that to her, she would have went in outrage. Her ignorant ass would have been on all type of news stations if she could, any podcast that would take her, and acting a fool about how she was discriminated against when this woman did absolutely nothing to her. She came in there acting like she was crazy and had a mental problem, and then told her to go back where she came from. What is that about? And how is that acceptable? You know, black people, I'm sorry. If we want respect, and you're going to hate me for this. Matter of fact, I'm blocked on Instagram right now. And I don't know what the hell I said, but it is what it is.
Instagram block you for anything.
Yeah, they blocked me. That's going to be my next story. We are so quick to want respect. We are so quick to be out in outrage, but we have to give respect as well. We have to act like we have some class. This thing that we feel like we can do whatever we want to do, and then when someone does something to us, we yell racism. We've got to stop that stuff. At some point, we have to realize a lot of this stuff is ignorance. And guess what? I'm going to take it a step further. If someone does not like you, who gives a shit, really? Who cares? As long as they keep their hands to themselves, who cares? Seriously, like, we got to stop this stuff, and we've got to do better. I was so freaking embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. And, you know, the thing about us, we have come to the point that we don't want to get involved anymore. We're so quick to, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved. But the thing is, we have to get involved. We have to approach one another and tell one another when we are wrong, because this kind of stuff is unacceptable. It's unacceptable behavior. You know, everybody's looking on there scratching, and I had to speak up. You know, I said somebody ought to smack that wig straight that's on her head and smack some sense into her. Something is wrong with her. So, you know, how dare you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. All right, so moving on. I went on that tangent about that. Corinne Steffens is striking again. Let me find it.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I ain't heard that name in a while.
I know. So I'm trying to figure out who went on ahead and CPR this whole back to life. I'm trying to figure who put her back on a defibrillator. What is going on? Oh, is that me? Oh, no, that's you. Oh, so on site is a page on Instagram ran by Ra Ali. It's called It's On Site. And author and music video vixen Corinne Steffens, a.k.a. Superhead, made some serious sexual confessions on The Salon with Lala Milan this week. She claimed she slept with Michael B. Jordan, that Trey Songz tried to pee on her, and that Chris Brown took advantage of her. But not in the way you think, because y'all know y'all always want to sit up and blame Chris Breezy for something. So let's keep it moving. So she told Milan that she had sex with Michael B. Jordan when she was 18 and she was 34. When he was 18, I'm sorry, and she was 34, and said she was fine and all right in bed. So he checked out all right. Congratulations. Steffens also said that Trey Songz wanted to pee on her when they hung out on her birthday. Now, I've been hearing this shit this is not the first time I've heard about Trey Songz and this ping thing. So, it's safe to say that him and R. Kelly has something in common. I'm not hating on people who do the golden shower. If that's what you want, you know what I'm saying? I'm just hoping you're washing your ass afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all don't drink enough water, and you're pissy and you're over there, you ain't drinking nothing but Pepsi and liquor. And, next thing you know, you didn't burn holes through your ignorant ass skin or your loved one's skin because you over there got this old nasty ass piss everywhere. That's just my advice. Just at least if you pissing on people, can y'all at least drink water? That's all I'm saying. But to each his own. I'm not hating. I'm no judgment here. Seriously, whatever you do. So she says, I was like, Trey, that's not how birthdays work. It was my 38th birthday. As for her encounter with Breezy, she said that he came up behind her when she was wearing a dress and cleaning her tub. So he was at your crib? Anywho, I hope he was 18. It wasn't my idea. He snuck up on me. In my defense, he took advantage, but I liked it. I didn't see it coming. Bitch, okay. I mean, how old could her son be at this point? She's not tired of this. Like, is she trying to sell another book? What is the goal here, Superhead? I mean, because you super old at this point. That motherfucking coochie is ready to go into retirement. It's got to be blew out like an overused tire. What is happening? I mean, somebody please plunge this girl's cat. She needs it plunged. She needs it to snap back because she's trying to steal music. And we don't want her to waste these young men's time with this blew out cat she got going on. That's just too much. Corinne. At this age, they say at 30 the light bulb should go on. Okay. And she's saying her 38th birthday. I don't know how old this broad is. But
I think she's like 50.
Like 50?
Yeah, she up there.
My
She's
God.
been around
Let's
for a
go
while.
ahead and Google this. Hey,
Because
Google.
I mean, if she said she messed with him when Chris Brown was 18.
Uh-huh. She said she hoped he was 18. How about that?
Oh, yeah. And I mean, Chris Brown is 30 now, so.
Baby, how old is Corinne? I'm typing it in right now. Stephen.
I think she's about 50. She between 50 and 55.
42 years old is saying. August 24, 1978. Okay.
I don't believe it.
So she's 6 years older than me? Okay, either way, back to my argument.
Wow.
My argument is still valid.
Now I'm really shocked. Because that means when she started, she was
super throat.
Wow.
They should have called her super throat.
Wow.
So they say at 30 the light bulb comes on. So now she's 42. Okay, and she's on this young woman's podcast telling this. And I just want to know, at what point did somebody like smash your light bulb? Did they forget to check it or change it or what's going on? Because you should know at your age, you're too old for that. You're too old for that. For real. It's got to be a cutoff period because
it should be.
It really should be. I mean, I understand that people are going to do what they want to do. And I'm not really into policing people per se. I think there should be a standard. But I'm not going around finger wagging at folk. I ain't got time for that. But at the same time, we do need to hold a standard for young women. And the standard or what they think to get attention shouldn't be talking about all of their coochie tales, coochie chronicles. She's over here with the coochie chronicle. She did that years ago. And she was, remember she exposed Bobby Brown. She been with everybody. I don't know how she doesn't have a manhole for a pussy.
Yeah,
It's got to be a manhole.
She been with Shaq. It's so many NBA and football players.
Ooh.
It's just, man.
I'm talking about a pothole from the east side. Just whole car fall in it. It's got to be. It's got to be. That's a mess.
Well, the the vagina is its own, specimen now. I always hear that it always snap back. So I mean,
I mean, but after so many miles, it's got to wear out.
I used to think the same way about, you know, women that had like tons of kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if it snapped back after you didn't had a little person come out at you.
Yeah, you got a point. My God.
So I mean, you know, a penis can't do that much damage compared to what a kid can do to you.
Yeah, a kid will blow you to smithereens. That's for sure. My God.
So you know, she might be in a snapback by now. She had a lot of work.
Yeah, she could have had it tightened too.
She put in a lot of work.
Good luck to her and her vagina. I think she needs to they need to develop her like an ice pack line. I think she'd be great for that. Like, I think she would promote an ice pack line. Seriously. So,
man, I'm surprised there's even news out about her. That's shocking in and of itself.
I know. I was so shocked. I'm like, Corinne Steffens, what in God's name is this about? Clutching pearls.
I wonder if it's just for her to stay relevant. Like, is she doing is it like done on purpose?
She might have something to sell. You know, they got to come back out. She might have something going on, you know, so.
Possibly. So I'm assuming the podcast that she was on is popular.
Well, that Lala Milan is like a comedian, and she's popular. She's got a few millions of followers, so yeah, it's popular enough. Yeah, you know.
Well, yeah. So. I mean, if you got a platform, with somebody that got a lot of followers, then I guess that makes sense.
Right, and then who's to know? Maybe somebody might ask her to come on after that. I mean, you never know. You never know where this can go.
Right.
So, I mean, somebody might be out there looking for some deep throat, and she's for hire again. So, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is it's Atlanta. It's on now, and Safari and Erica Mena have their nonsense. That's my phone. I don't know why it's doing it. I have it on Do Not Disturb. At any rate, Erica Mena and Safari just had their second child, and she's in the NICU with the baby, and it's his birthday, and he's out in Jamaica living it up while she's in the NICU with her child. I think that I know I had talked about this on Instagram, and somebody was in the comments talking about, you know, you never know his culture and this, that, and the third. But, you know, at his age, he's not turning 18, 16, or nothing like that. You have a child in the NICU. You know what I'm saying? You made it. You have your little party, get your little cake and some cookies at the hospital, but you need to be there with your child.
Right.
Because hopefully you can send that child enough good energy where you can get up out of there and you can go ahead, you know, with your festivities. But not putting your child first, that's an issue, despite what he and Erica might have going on. And I know the argument was brought about that she didn't want him in a delivery room, but the point of the matter is there's a picture of him there holding the baby. So he was there. So he then chose to go and celebrate. Now, I didn't want to say this, but this was because I didn't want to sound crazy, but this was posed to me in the comments. So somebody else said it before I did. Maybe it's for the storyline. Could be, but my thing, then I go to this point. How far will you go for a check? Because, see, I know Mimi from Atlanta Housewives or Hip Hop Hoes Hopping. She's from there. And she was saying that her income dropped significantly because she wasn't trying to publicize as much drama. And she didn't want to put that out there on her life. So they dropped her income. So I get it from maybe Erica and Safari's standpoint. They have to up the ante to get the bigger check. But just to me, I don't think playing with stuff like that is worth it, for a check. I just don't.
I'm good on it. I'm good on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they want to do. That's y'all lives. That's y'all business. You know what I'm saying? And, our people have accepted that.
Yeah.
they have accepted, you know what I'm saying, what they see on these shows. It is normalized to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't see nothing wrong with it. They like, hey, get that bag. And, you know, I'm sure they family like, we don't give a damn about what y'all may think may be embarrassing us. We want this money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. And then you don't know what somebody's other motives are. I mean, if they might be taking care of their family. So they like, well, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to keep this check coming. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. When you get to a certain place in entertainment and you making good money and then you kind of disappear and you have an opportunity to get this bag again so you can keep your lifestyle up.
I mean, I just think you have to be careful of the energy that you invite into your life.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And people open all these little doors and they don't understand, you know, just because one thing walks through the door doesn't mean it's not dragging something with it. So you have to really be careful of the things that you invite in your life. Like, this is not a game. And I think people don't understand that. But my best wishes to them. Before we go to break, we're going to talk about one more thing, and then we're going to go to break. There's this interesting scenario I want to talk about. Actually, Boog, you'll probably be real good for this, actually. Okay.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to read this scenario.
What you got?
Bear with me, guys. This is going to be good. Hey, babe, guess what? What, babe? I got the job, $70K a year. Actually, this is a woman that got the job. That's amazing, babe. Couldn't have come at a better time. Now I can step down from my position and focus on my mental health. Huh? Babe, I'm not happy at this job. The money is great, but I've been working too hard for 4 years straight. I stayed so you could finish your degree. I just want a less stressful job. I'm depressed here. Depressed? How when you make six figures and we have everything we need? And something's blocked out. She must have called him an explicit word. You're telling me about your depression now, so you're going to be unemployed while I pay all the bills? I paid all of our bills for 2.5 years. I'm asking you to hold us down until I see this therapist and get my mental right. I already have a few opportunities lined up. I need a month. Wow, that isn't fair. I have to support you because you're depressed over a good career. You can't see a therapist and work as well. No, I want to focus on my mental health the entire month. I'm asking you to have my back like I had yours. What's the problem? I don't want to do that. Yes, you should choose to allow me to focus on school, but that was your job. You provide for me, not the other way around. You can see a therapist and work. You're sounding lazy at this point. Lazy? Did I call you lazy when you were in school full time for 2.5 years? Listen, I said what I'm going to do with you. Do you with me or not? Not, she replies. So we done? Are you serious? I'm dead ass serious. I cannot support a man, not even for a month. I wish you would have told me about this depression. I would have left a long time ago. I don't have to deal with it. You hid that from me, and that isn't fair. I hope you're able to get help. I didn't sign up for this. Okay. At least I know you're not wife material. I've been seeing a therapist over my depression, and I'm not quitting my job. I wanted to see if you truly have my back before I propose. Get your shit and leave my house. You have your job. Now you can pay all of your own bills. We're done here. I knew you was playing. I was joking, babe. Lies. You were serious? Bitch, I think it says bitch. I don't know. It's blocked out. I'm good. Just get your shit and leave my house. Stop calling me. I don't have anything to say to you. What do you think about that scenario?
Bravo, young man. Bravo, young man. Young man, young man.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Whether he, did that on purpose or not, she definitely showed her true colors.
Yeah.
I mean, she basically shitted on him like, I don't care about your mental health issues.
Right.
A month? 1 month.
1 month.
1 month.
30 days.
He didn't say, like, I'm going on leave, quitting my job for a year, and I need you to cover me for a year. He asked for 30 days.
Yep.
31 days.
Right. Unacceptable.
Yeah, I'd have been on the same tip. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, I mean, because if there had been any rebuttal that was acceptable, it would have went something like this. Okay, no problem. I got your back. Could you just please give me 90 days? Let me get through the probationary period, and after that, cool, got you. I'll even front you 2 months. But none of that was said. It was no negotiation. Because I'm sure he would have been like that, like 90 days, yeah, because there's a probationary period for most jobs. So, yeah, that makes sense. I give you 90 more days, and then, cool.
I think the other thing that I have a problem with in this scenario is, and I don't know how long they've been dating, but it sounds like they've been dating long enough for him to even want to ask her that, right? Right. And he's considering marrying her. So y'all been together for a while. Mm-hmm. And based on him, covering you while you've been in school. So y'all been together at least, 3 years? Mm-hmm. 3-4 years probably. Mm-hmm. And as his woman, you never picked up on the fact that he was unhappy at his job.
She don't care.
It sounds to me that you never paid attention to your man and didn't care.
No, she just cares about herself.
And so because he's not built like you are and coming to you and telling you about what's happening at the job every day and complaining and this and that, you feel like he was hiding something. How about you should know how your man is? You've been with him that long, you just never paid attention.
Right. And
then the biggest smack in the face is, no, I'm not giving you 30 days.
Yeah. That's crazy. And it's so crazy because I can speak even further on it personally. So
she's a dirtbag.
She definitely is. We would like to move, and there's some things that we like to and need to do. And to do so, my husband can only do so much as one person, even though he works a job, he works at the plant, and then he does HVAC, that's heating, ventilation, and cooling. He's excellent at it, by the way. And I'm not just saying that because he's my spouse, but because he really is excellent. But he's always been a very smart individual and very skillful. So even though he has other people that he works with, they have life going on as well. So it's not every time that they can get together on the job, or does it even make sense to? So because of time, because of limitations, a person can only do so much. Let's just say that, right? So we're going to need more income. Now, I have been working part-time for some years. And then this job that I'm in now, I've been there about 2 years. And when I started, I would get 30 hours a week. They took me down to 20 hours a week. So that's money gone. That's a significant amount of money out of my check. So despite the fact that I'm already running ragged, I have to do all of this stuff by myself for my company and work a job. I applied to do a full-time job, even though that's going to impact what I have going on with this here. But the point is, my mate needs some help. So I have to sacrifice, even though I have a dream. I have to figure it out. You see what I'm saying? Because either we're going to move forward or we're going to stay stagnant. But you don't want to stay stagnant. I choose to move forward. So I applied for a full-time job. So I'm saying it's nothing wrong with helping. It's nothing wrong with girding up and doing what you have to do. And I only gave that example because I don't want people to feel like I just be talking just to be talking. No, I'm saying this because I practice what I preach. So she's full of shit. And even further, what she doesn't realize, it will be a long time coming before she finds a man. Because one thing about the universe does have rules, and it'll send you around something good. And if you don't do right by it, it's going to be a long time before you get something good again, if you get that again. So good luck, bitch.
Yeah, because, I mean, he took care of her while she was in school, helped her get through school. He taking care of all the bills, and he only asking you to give him a month of a reprieve. Just a month. That's crazy. 30 days. 31 to max. Like, shoot, me and my wife, we we entered into our marriage in the pandemic. My business was shattered because of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Because no venues, you know.
Oh yeah.
And all that type of thing. So every the schools being closed, every facet of what I did business wise through DJing was cut off because of the pandemic. And she held us down. This was even after she got laid off, but she was able to sustain us because of her business. And like, you know, she could have been like that sister and been like, oh, I'm out because.
I mean, but it's not that serious. If you can do it, if it's not a strain on you, what is the issue?
But whether it's a strain or not, it's like if you're with somebody that long, based on their story, like, y'all should be a little bit more solid than that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, and it's two sides of the coin, because I think he should have known that before it got to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So on both sides, there were things that they really ignored about each other. And I know men tend to do it a lot. We ignore a lot of red flags because we feel like we got somebody that we want, whether it's because she looked good or whatever it is. And people do it too much in relationships, and then you end up wasting a bunch of time and money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, shoot. You know what I'm saying? So he probably had already been feeling like,
oh yeah,
someone like, okay, I need to really see if she on my team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why he asked the question. He had already been feeling like that. So I got another scenario when we come back from break. So stay with us. Be patient. We'll be back.
Yeah. Sticked up at the table like we eating on sushi. Had 10 and 17. Draped in all Gucci. I'ma need my glue.
When you expect people to do the same thing for you that you do for them, that's an expectation. You expecting them to be like you.
Oh, speaking of toxic, what's going on, my guy?
Speaking of toxic,
we got one of the most toxic guys. Hey, listen up. Have a seat, man.
The nigga's shirt say toxic tone.
Yeah, that's he got on the right shirt for the day.
Nigga don't get on talking about that girl, man. You supposed to fuck him and feed him dog food anyway.
Excuse me, sir. Okay.
So this ain't Brett Reed's first run-in with the law. In 2007, he was actually charged with running some kind of drug ring with his brother outside of Andy Reid's house in Philadelphia. Like, people just be too rich to be so ghetto. You really cannot teach people manners.
The way that I grind, you should see sparks flying. No F, I ain't trying. I stay ready for the action. Hell no, I ain't capping. Did you see how I fucked him? My leg up like a captain. I stay dripping. All my niggas is gorillas. You don't wanna see us tripping.
Everybody have all their supplies. You need your jump rope, you need your skip it, you need your cones, you need some water. So you take it, you put it around your foot, and you throw it towards your foot that doesn't have it on it. And then you kick your other foot forward, and it'll spin around in a circle. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Go slow, go slow. Green, red, yellow. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 20. Make sure you get off the floor. 25, 30. Take your left arm down your back. Right arm, elbow, pull. 5, 10.
All right, y'all, we are back. Shout out to Nick's Bucket Boils on Instagram. Nick's bucket boils. That's NIKSBUCKETBOILS. If you're looking for your seafood boils, I know everybody loves those. You want to get with Nick's bucket boils. All right. So back to our scenario. Told this girl I wasn't ready for a relationship, and she responded, "It's been good. Hope you have a good one." Kid you not, at 6 p.m. her status was food, wine, and cuddles. I was devastated. A chick responds, "Absolutely love this for her." So basically, he tells the girl that he doesn't want a relationship, and basically, you know, she lets him go and moves forward. But he was hurt about that. And I guess there's no real way to criticize this, because I guess he's going to have some type of feeling because he spent time with her. So I'm sure he feels for her, but he feels that he's not ready for the relationship. So that's the L he was going to have to hold. Because
I think the issue is when you hear the scenario, it means she was already kicking it with somebody else while she was kicking it with him. Yeah. So as soon as he was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm not," she was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like, because I'm already kicking it with somebody else. Like,
yeah. That's the way to look at it. But by him not being ready, I could see why she would have someone, because she was probably already getting those vibes that he wasn't ready. You know, probably start phasing into something else.
She was just trying to see who she wanted to be with, who was going to be the side one, and who was going to be the main one.
Could be.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's in the realm of possibility too. Like, some people date multiple people just for that reason. They're going to see which one is going to pan out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it sounds like she just made it easier for her.
I think, though, well, I guess big ups for him telling the truth. But I think in the beginning, we should start being truthful about our intentions. You know, I mean, I just don't think it's fair to take somebody's time and waste it. Let me have the option to oblige, you know, what you coming with. If not, let me have the option to turn it down. But, you know, don't sit up there and try to... People want to play at and not play in the whole situation. Like, nah, forget all that. Let's not do that.
Sometimes people just impatient when it comes to getting themselves together before they enter something new.
Yeah.
And so their intentions may be right when they get in it, but then they realize, like, damn, I'm really not ready like I thought I was.
Right.
And then they try to back up. So it's really like a self-sabotage situation. You just put yourself in a situation where you got hurt again, but it was your fault, not the other person's fault.
Some of these fools be on bullshit. Listen, I know this just made me think about a dude that I was dating. And This is one of the stupidest things, and this has happened to me twice with dude. This has happened to me a lot, but the outcome has happened twice. This dude was sweating me. I wasn't interested, okay? But at the time that I did take him up on an offer, let's, you know, hang out or go on a date or whatever, I didn't have anything going on. So we were kicking it and stuff like that. And then I just started to notice some things that were quite shady about him. And my intuition started going off like an alarm. And it's not necessary, but with me, because I've always been that type of person, like, you can just be real. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised at my reaction. And I might kick you to the curb, but that's the chance that you take. I'm not going to trip, though, either way. I just like the truth. So at any rate, one night I was in my restroom at my apartment, and he had called my cellular device. Now, at this point, I had already met my now husband. I had met him, but I think we had met. I think he gave me his number, but I wasn't really thinking about acting on the number. We did, matter of fact, I'm sorry, we did exchange numbers. Okay, because this guy was acting strange, but I wasn't really trying to go there yet because I was talking to this young man. And so the guy calls my phone and leaves this message about how he feels like we were moving really fast and he wants to slow things down. Now, one thing about me, I had learned some lessons by then. And and this is why you really got to pay attention to the situations that you be in and analyze, because you will begin to make better decisions. So I said like this to myself. I said, we're not going to slow down. We're going to end. That's it. Because one thing about people and brothers, sometimes if you allow them, they will yo-yo you. And what I mean by that is it will end up being a situation like, let's slow it down. Then he comes back. He wants to pick it up. Then he wants to slow it down. Then he wants to pick. No, we're done. So I let it go. And the thing is, we have to be willing to be okay. Even if we're feeling in our way about it, it's okay. Go ahead and cry if you have to. Cry for 2 weeks. After that, get yourself together. I mean, I wasn't crying. I felt the type of way, but fuck him. So I started talking to my now husband, and look what happened. I mean, things happened like they were supposed to happen. But you got to really just pay attention to, I was seeing signs then, and I was listening, but I was moving carefully. And what happened is you know, things just worked the way they were supposed to, and I went on ahead and followed what I was being shown. So we got to be upfront with people. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste people's time. Don't do that. Like, I don't understand it. It's crazy because, like I said, he was sweating me. I wasn't checking for this fool. Now all of a sudden you want to moonwalk like your name is Michael Jackson. Okay, bye. I went on ahead and cut him loose. Just like she cut this man loose. Because ain't nobody about to play with you. So that made me think about that. So, you got anything? I mean,
sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
For your well-being. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then, if you got a better option.
Peace out.
It is what it is.
You're too slow. I'm going to let you go. I don't know.
They'll be all right. He'll recover.
Then I see the fool now. By this time, I've had a child now with my husband, our first child together. And I'm walking to the grocery store pushing the baby in the stroller. And he happens to be driving down the street. Weird enough, he was in my neighborhood. And he stopped me and he was talking about how he shoulda, woulda, coulda, and all that kind of bullshit. And I was just unbothered because, again, that's type of stuff I don't pay attention to. Anybody can say anything when you taking, because you can't prove them wrong. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he was sincere, but who gives a fuck? Bye. You made the wrong decision, sir. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
Moving forward. So, Carly Red and Lamar Odom, they were showing up in pictures together. Wendy Williams kind of was talking about it too. She asked Lamar Odom about it. He said he was single. I think after that, Carly kind of got in her feelings. Next thing you know, she's calling this man a crackhead, or saying he was on drugs, rather. And somebody had actually tagged Carla Red and said that Lamar Odom was homeless, living from house to house and all of this stuff, and he's broke. And all of this nonsense. So after that, he did address the whole Carly situation. And then he had basically, in his addressing Carly, had basically said he ain't studying no Carly Red because he had one of the best. He was married to a Kardashian, which was Khloe. He happened to, he was previously married to her. So after that, here comes a picture that pops up. And he's in the comment section. I'm about to pull it up and I'm going to read it to you. Let's see here. He's all in the comment section. Where is the picture? Hold on, y'all. I thought I saved the sucker. But anyway, he's in the comments, basically, got the fire signs up. And then Tristan Thompson. So Khloe Kardashian's like outside with the water going on. She's like by a showering device. And so Lamar Odom says hottie with 2 fire signs, the emojis with the heart eyes, 1 heart, and 2 emojis with the hearts all over. And so Tristan Thompson, her cheating ass baby daddy, says at Lamar Odom, God brought you back the first time. Play if you want different results. Now, I think that was totally unnecessary because remember, Tristan, now you over there poking anything that's looking for you. And they say you're not packing at that. And then this used to be her ex. This was her ex-husband. Okay. personally, I'm Team Lamar. I think he should go for it and get his woman back. That's what I think. Because I seen them together and they seem like they loved each other so much. You know what I'm saying? And I think had he not went through all of that, gotten on the drugs and just went bad and then all that stuff happened, I think they would still be together. I truly do. I think Tristan and all those other ones, what was before him, some other ball player, I can picture him in my mind, but I can't think of his name. He's got like the beard. I can't think of his name. But yeah, I think those other two crept in the door because, you know, the things that happened with Lamar. But they were crazy about one another. I mean, you could even tell that from watching the show. It wasn't like they were putting on or anything. It was definitely authentic. So, hey, I'm Team Lammy. He said Lammy's back, y'all. Shit. What you think about Tristan's response?
I don't pay them no attention.
He ain't talking about shit.
I mean, I don't even understand why he making any comments anyway.
Yeah, go cheat. That's what you was doing. You was cheating 2 minutes ago. Go back and go cheat in peace, Tristan. Come on now. Go cheat in peace. Shut up now. Stop it. Stop it.
I don't even understand all of that. I don't understand that type of stuff.
Yeah, they doing
I would never do that. I don't need to have nothing to say about nobody else, especially about somebody that used to be with somebody that I'm with now. Like, what? It don't even matter.
Yeah, but you know, he probably feel threatened because he know he on the BS. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what that's really about.
Even still, it still ain't nothing for you to say because it ain't helping your case.
Right.
It ain't helping your cause none
at all.
So I mean, if she about to leave you because you fooling around, she gonna leave you regardless of what Lamar doing.
Right. I mean, that's real.
Yeah. He ain't changing the needle for you.
Man.
So, you know, it really ain't no need for all that. You better to just keep quiet.
This social media makes people so tough. So women like myself have been addressing women on certain things of how we can tighten up and what we need to do that better and about. And I've noticed in my comments and on the blog's comments and social media, people are complaining, saying stuff like, women always got something to say to the women. Why not address the men? And I just want to address that right now. I think that women need to address women. I think that we need to worry about ourselves because I feel like if we get ourselves in order, then the men will acquiesce. They only treat us how we show them how to treat ourselves or how we treat ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we're teaching them how to treat us. So if I can tell you or help you get in line and we can help the ones coming up under us get in line, the men will already get themselves in line. And I think men should address men. Now, am I opposed to the opposite sex addressing one another? No, I'm not. That has its place too, but I don't understand the issues with women having women address women. Like, I don't understand that. So what is the alternative? What do you just don't want to be addressed? Because it's starting to seem like women they feel like they can do whatever they want to do and nobody should say anything. And especially black women. And no, I mean, there is a time and a place for everything. I'm definitely not the police of things. Like, you know, some people that feel like they're twerking and they got all type of issues with all type of stuff that people do. I don't have an issue with that stuff, but I do think it's a time and a place. Like, I don't think you should be twerking on an EMS or twerking on a fire truck. You know what I'm saying? It's an emergency going on and you're impeding traffic because you feel you need to twerk. I don't think stuff like that's appropriate. You shouldn't be twerking in the church aisle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just common sense stuff. And they say common sense isn't so common, but
so lame.
But, you know, we have gotten to the point where we feel like we need to mind our business, and minding our business has become problematic as well. You know what I'm saying? Because what we're doing is minding our business at the wrong time and not minding our business when we should. You know what I'm saying? Like we straight to getting somebody's business when it's unnecessary. But when we need
all the time.
You know what I'm saying? But when we need to just gently pull somebody to the side and say something. We don't want to do that because we don't want to deal with the blowback that comes from it. But hey, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And we can't allow one another to be out of order.
Yeah, people got to learn how to, disagree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Have opposing views. You know what I'm saying? If somebody come to you with something, even if you don't agree in that moment, that don't mean you, like, people be flaring up, they get mad. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? And then, some people just got to know how to approach people, too, in order to get them to even receive what you're saying. So, on both sides of the coin, you know what I'm saying, there's got to be a shift in, you know what I'm saying, how we do things, how we deal with people, how we approach people, how we receive people, you know what I'm saying, how we respond or react. You know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff is key.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Because people be tearing the club up.
Yeah, they be fooling. We don't have a lot of time left, so I don't think I'm going to go on to too much of anything else, y'all. I do want to say, though, again, you can stream us on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and iHeart, amongst other platforms. Groove Radio Detroit, Podcastic. Check us out on RockyRoadMedia.com. Again, go under the subscribe tab. Go ahead and comb through the website. It's very user-friendly. It's going to be a pop-up that comes up when you go on the website. Please enter your email in there and subscribe. Just enter your email and press the subscribe button so you can keep up with us and we can give you updates and stuff like that. I will greatly appreciate it. And make sure you check out Groove Radio Detroit. If you have a podcast that you would like to do, hit up Podcastic and look into them and their content as well. Thank you so much. This is up on YouTube. We do stream live on YouTube and Facebook. So if you don't have Facebook and you have YouTube, you can catch us there. It's all platforms are Rocky Road Productions. If you need to be able to navigate that and know how to get there, go to RockyRoadMedia.com, and it's going to take you where you need to go. I want to thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to be a part of our show, contact us on our website. If you'd like to advertise, contact us on our website. If you'd like a shout out or anything like that, contact us on our website. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today, and make sure you write into our show, y'all. Give us some stories. I even want to start doing giveaways and stuff like that. So write in. Thank you again. And I'm going to check you next week with Love and Success. We should have an interesting guest next week. But if not, we're going to be here anyway. Love y'all and see you later.
Yeah. Sticked up at the table, like we know sushi had 10 and 17. Draped in all Gucci, I'ma need my glue.
When you expect people to do the same thing for you that you do for them, that's an expectation. You expecting them to be like you.
Speaking of toxic, what's going on, my guy?
Speaking of toxic,
We got one of the most toxic guys. Hey, listen up. Have a seat, man.
The nigga's shirt say toxic tone.
Yeah, he got on the right shirt for today.
Nigga don't get on talking about that girl, man. He's supposed to fuck him and feed him dog food anyway.
Excuse me, sir. Okay.
So this ain't Brett Reed's first run-in with the law. In 2007, he was actually charged with running some kind of drug ring with his brother outside of Andy Reid's house in Philadelphia. Like, people just be too rich to be so ghetto. You really cannot teach people manners.
The way that I grind, you should see sparks flying. No F, I ain't trying. I stay ready for that action. Hell no, I ain't capping. Did you see how I fucking had my leg up like a captain? I stay dripping, all my niggas is gorillas. You don't wanna see us tripping.